Listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you is not ordinary, it is not common, and it is not something your mind will grasp casually. This is the kind of message that makes your spirit sit up straight, makes your heart race, and makes the atmosphere around you shift with divine expectation. You may think you know what God can do, but God is about to blow your mind. God is about to take every limitation that has surrounded your life and break it into dust. God is about to pull you out of the smallness you've been living in and launch you into a dimension you did not even know was possible for you. You have prayed, you have waited, you have endured attacks that almost made you give up, but God is about to move in such a way that you will look back and say, if I told the people what God just did for me, they would not believe it. You have reached a moment in your life where the natural is no longer enough. Your soul is starving for something supernatural, something bigger than effort, bigger than planning, bigger than strategy. And God is saying to you right now, prepare yourself. I am about to do something that will surpass your imagination. Everything you thought was the limit is not a limit for God. Everything you believed was too late is not too late for God. Everything you feared was over is not over when the hand of God steps into your story. This is not the season where you watch others rise while you remain stuck. This is the season where God is about to shock you with His wisdom, overwhelm you with His power, and surround you with His guidance in ways you could never produce on your own. You see, when God decides to blow your mind, nothing looks the same. You wake up one day and realize that the pain that once crushed you has transformed into strength. The doors that once slammed in your face begin to open without you even knocking. The people who doubted you suddenly have no explanation for the favor that begins to surround you. God lifts you from the shadows into a place of visibility that no human connection could have given you. When God decides to elevate you, no hand can pull you down. When God decides to bless you, no voice can cancel it. When God decides to make your name known, no plan formed against you can silence it. You are not walking into an ordinary season, you are walking into a God-ordained eruption of blessing, clarity, direction, and supernatural acceleration. There were moments in your life when you thought God was silent, but God was building something behind the scenes that needed time. God was shaping you while you thought you were being ignored. God was preparing a breakthrough while you thought nothing was happening. Sometimes God hides the process because the preparation is too great for your emotions, too deep for your understanding, too intentional for your impatience. But now the hidden work is about to be revealed. Now what God has been shaping is about to manifest. What you could not see before is about to unfold in front of your eyes with such a clarity and force that you will know without a doubt that only God could have orchestrated it. And listen carefully, God is not preparing something small for you. God is not arranging something predictable for you. God is not planning a blessing that matches your comfort zone. God is preparing something that will stretch your faith, expand your identity, shake your thinking, challenge your fear, and lift your life to a level that you did not even know you were qualified for. God is about to blow your mind because you are overdue for a divine shift. You are overdue for a spiritual transformation. You are overdue for the kind of a blessing that demolishes years of delay in a single moment. God does not take this long just to give you something small. When God makes you wait, it is because the blessing He's preparing is weighty, life-altering, and destiny-shaping. There have been nights in your life where you sat in silence, wondering if God still remembered you. You carried burdens that no one saw, stood strong while your spirit trembled, and kept moving forward when everything inside you wanted to stop. But God saw it all. God watched your tears, measured your endurance, and recorded every moment of your faithfulness. You did not survive those seasons for nothing. You did not endure those battles for nothing. God is about to reward you in a way that makes every lonely night worth it, every hidden struggle worth it, every silent prayer worth it, every sacrifice worth it. God is about to pour into your life blessings that match the weight of everything you had to carry. I need you to hear this. God is not finished with you. In fact, God is about to begin something in your life that will redefine who you are. God is about to take you through doors that you thought were permanently closed. God is about to place you in rooms where decisions are made, blessings are released, and opportunities align. God is about to give you clarity that you could never find on your own. God is about to breathe into your spirit a fresh wind of strength, courage, peace, and divine energy. You have no idea how close you are to a breakthrough that will feel like a dream. You have no idea how close you are to stepping into a chapter that feels so different from your past that you will question whether you are living the same life. God is about to blow your mind with sudden favor, sudden restoration, sudden opportunities, sudden healing, sudden connections, sudden clarity, and sudden blessings that you did not even pray for. The blessing God is preparing will not follow logic. It will follow divine intention. It will not be the result of your strength. It will be the result of God's timing. It will not be something you manipulated or forced. It will be something God crafted in perfect wisdom. There have been seasons where you felt stuck because God was not allowing you to move in a direction that would have harmed you. You thought you were being blocked, but God was actually protecting you. You thought you were being delayed, but God was preparing you. You thought you were being denied, but God was positioning you for something far greater than you imagined. Not every closed door was a rejection. Some of them were divine redirections. And now you are standing at the edge of a divine alignment where everything God has been orchestrating behind the scenes is about to come together at the same time. You are about to experience how powerful God truly is when God decides to intervene directly in your life. Some of you have been walking with a burden so heavy that your spirit has been tired, your mind has been overwhelmed, your heart has been stretched, and your hope has been attacked. But God is about to refresh you in a way that feels like a second life. God is about to pour into you a strength that makes every burden light. God is about to bring peace into your mind that silences every storm. God is about to restore what was taken from you, revive what died in you, and rebuild what collapsed around you. God is about to blow your mind with breakthroughs that come out of nowhere, opportunities that show up without warning, blessings that arrive without explanation, healing that begins without gradual stages, guidance that becomes clear without confusion, provision that flows without struggle, favor that multiplies without limits. You are not entering a season of addition, you are entering a season of multiplication. God is not about to give you just enough. God is about to overwhelm you with more than enough. You may not understand why certain things had to happen, but God knows. You may not understand why certain people had to leave, but God knows. You may not understand why doors closed suddenly, but God knows. So many things that broke you were actually things that saved you. So many things that disappointed you were things that redirected you. So many Things that felt like endings were actually beginnings disguised in pain. God allows discomfort when comfort would destroy your potential. God allows separation when certain people cannot walk into your future. God allows silence when noise would distract you from His voice. And now that God has cleaned your path, now that God has refined your spirit, now that God has elevated your sensitivity, God is ready to reveal what has been waiting for the right moment. God is about to show you that every delay was a preparation. Every setback was a setup. Every disappointment was a positioning. Every loss was a divine rearrangement. God is about to make everything make sense in one single season. You are about to experience miracles disguised as ordinary moments. You are about to meet the right people at the exact right time. You are about to walk through doors that no human could open for you. You are about to receive clarity that lifts the fog off your life. You are about to witness answers to prayers you forgot you prayed. You are about to watch God rearrange circumstances, shift atmospheres, and change hearts just to align everything with your destiny. God is about to blow your mind so powerfully that you will no longer doubt your worth, your purpose, or your future. God is about to show you that you were never forgotten, never overlooked, never abandoned. You were being shaped, refined, prepared, and molded for a moment where everything aligns at once. That moment is coming. That moment is closer than you think. That moment is about to hit your life like a sudden wind. When God prepares to blow your mind, the shift does not begin around you. The shift begins within you. Something starts to awaken in your spirit long before the blessing arrives in your hands. You begin to sense a stirring, a restlessness that refuses to let you settle for the life you have known. You start to feel a holy dissatisfaction with the limitations, with the cycles, with the environments that no longer match the person God is shaping you into. This inner stirring is not random. It is a divine signal that God is calling you out of the life you have outgrown and into the life He has orchestrated for you. God disrupts your comfort because comfort cannot carry your calling. God shakes your soul because stagnation cannot lead you to the destiny He prepared. God stirs your spirit because the life He is about to give you cannot be lived with the mindset of who you used to be. And when God begins to shift you internally, He begins exposing everything that does not belong in your future. You'll notice that people who once fit comfortably in your circle suddenly feel distant. Conversations that once entertained you suddenly lose their flavor. Habits that once felt harmless suddenly feel heavy. This is not you losing your mind. This is your spirit elevating. God will never allow you to enter a greater season while carrying attachments that belong to a smaller version of you. So don't fear the separations happening in your life. They are proof that God is removing the noise so you can hear His direction clearly. Don't fear the changes in your relationships. They are evidence that God is aligning you with the right people, the right environment, the right influences, and the right energy to sustain the blessing that is coming. God is about to blow your mind, but God must first clear your space. A blessing cannot thrive in a crowded atmosphere. A breakthrough cannot flow where old patterns still dominate. A divine shift cannot anchor itself in a life cluttered with the distractions, doubts, and emotional residue. So God will isolate you, not to punish you, but to prepare you. God will quiet the voices around you so you can recognize the voice within you. God will distance you from what drains you so you can encounter what strengthens you. God will remove what blinds you so you can finally see what He has been trying to show you. And as God prepares you for what is coming, He begins to stretch your faith in ways that feel uncomfortable but necessary. God does not stretch you to break you. God stretches you to expand your capacity. The blessing God is preparing requires a stronger, wiser, deeper, more spiritually grounded version of you. This is why you've gone through seasons where you felt like God was pushing you beyond your limits. God was not trying to overwhelm you. God was building endurance inside you. God was increasing your spiritual appetite. God was enlarging your mindset, your resilience, your discernment, and your ability to carry greatness without collapsing under its weight. Every challenge was a stretching. Every delay was a stretching. Every disappointment was a stretching. And now that you have survived the stretching, you are ready for the expansion. God is about to blow your mind in such a way that the very areas where you once felt the weakest will become the areas where God displays His greatest power. Your struggles will become your strength. Your pain will become your platform. Your losses will become your leverage. Your wounds will become your wisdom. God specializes in turning the very things that try to break you into the things that build you. You are about to walk into a season where every painful memory becomes evidence of God's mercy. Every closed door becomes proof of God's protection. Every silent night becomes testimony of God's faithfulness. What once felt like suffering will soon feel like sculpting God, shaping you into a stronger, wiser, more spiritually grounded version of yourself. God is not only preparing to blow your mind, God is preparing to elevate your vision. Some blessings are not given until your eyes are trained to see them. You cannot walk into a new dimension with a limited perspective. So God is expanding your spiritual sight, teaching you to see beyond your emotions, beyond your environment, beyond your circumstances. You are learning to see with clarity that does not depend on your physical senses. You are learning to recognize opportunities disguised as obstacles. You are learning to notice divine signals hidden within ordinary moments. You are learning to detect God's presence even in situations that feel empty. This is a spiritual maturity, the ability to see God's fingerprints in places where others see only chaos. And once your vision is elevated, your expectations begin to shift. You no longer ask for what is convenient. You begin to expect what is divinely appointed. You no longer pray from a place of fear. You begin to pray from a place of authority. You no longer look at your obstacles as threats. You begin to see them as stepping stones. You no longer see yourself as unworthy. You begin to recognize that God has placed greatness inside you. Your expectation becomes a magnet for divine movement. When you expect nothing, you receive nothing. But when you expect God to move, the atmosphere around you begin to align with your belief. This is where God blows your mind at the intersection of preparation and expectation. When your spirit is ready and your faith is active, God steps into your story with the power that shatters limitations. God begins to open doors that generations before you could not open. God begins to release opportunities that no human connection could produce. God begins to orchestrate breakthrough in areas of your life that you had written off. God begins to shift circumstances in ways that defy logic, timing, and natural order. This is when you experience what happens when divine timing meets divine intention, heaven's plan meets earth's reality, and your life becomes the canvas of God's power. And God is not preparing a mind-blowing moment just for your comfort. God is preparing it to reveal His greatness through you. People are going to look at your transformation and know that no human could have orchestrated it. They will see how far you have risen, how deeply you have healed, how powerfully you have grown. And their only conclusion will be, God did that. Your life is about to become evidence of God's mercy, God's provision, God's wisdom, God's timing, God's protection, and God's supernatural intervention. There are things God is about to release into your life that will not only surprise you, they will surprise everyone who ever doubted you. Some people assume they understood your destiny because they witnessed your struggle, but they did not realize that God often hides greatness inside struggle. They saw your weakness but did not see your strength. They saw your delay but did not see your preparation. They saw your tears but did not see your endurance. They saw your battles but did not see the hand of God covering you in every moment. God is about to blow your mind in such a way that the same people who doubted you will have no choice but to witness your elevation. God is about to do something so overwhelming that your past will no longer have the power to intimidate you. The memories that haunted you will lose their sting. The people who hurt you will lose their influence. The insecurities that controlled you will lose their voice. When God transforms you, nothing from your past can change your future. God is giving you spiritual amnesia toward what broke you and spiritual clarity toward what is ahead of you. God is pulling you out of every emotional trap and mental prison, freeing you from every mindset that held you captive. Your spirit is about to break loose. Your mind is about to break free. Your life is about to break open. God is not sending a small blessing your way. God is sending a breakthrough that will alter the entire trajectory of your life. This breakthrough will change how you walk, how you think, how you pray, how you speak, how you plan, how you dream, and how you expect. You are stepping into a season where your life will no longer be defined by fear but by faith. No longer defined by survival but by overflow. No longer defined by wounds but by wisdom. No longer defined by delays but by divine acceleration. God is about to blow your mind with a timing that makes no sense. Some of you are about to receive breakthroughs that come earlier than expected, faster than predicted, and bigger than imagined. Others are about to witness slow miracles, breakthroughs that unfold step by step, building your faith with every detail. Whether fast or gradual, God's plan is perfect. God's timing is precise. God's movement is intentional. What God is about to do in your life will prove that divine timing is not based on human clocks, it is based on divine purpose. And perhaps the most powerful part of what God is about to do is this. God is about to revive the parts of you that you thought were lost forever. There are dreams inside you that you buried because life pushed you into survival mode. There are gifts inside you that you suppressed because fear convinced you they were not important. There are desires inside you that you neglected because disappointment made you believe they would never manifest, but God never forgot what He placed inside you. God is about to breathe life into the seeds of destiny hidden within your spirit. Dreams you thought were dead will rise again. Gifts you thought were gone will reawaken. Strength you thought you lost will return with greater force. God is awakening parts of your spirit that have been dormant, not because they were dead, but because the season to activate them had not yet arrived. There is a divine schedule for everything God placed within you. The dreams, the insights, the creativity, the vision, the strength, the purpose, they all carry a spiritual timestamp. And you are stepping into the season where those hidden gifts are being called into the light. You will suddenly find yourself thinking differently, seeing differently, responding differently. What once overwhelmed you will no longer intimidate. What once confused you will suddenly make sense. What once held you back will lose its grip entirely. This is what happens when God activates the deeper parts of your calling. You begin to rise above everything that once tried to bury you. God is about to blow your mind by revealing how much was inside you, all along strength you didn't know you had, wisdom you didn't know you carried, resilience you didn't know you could access, clarity you didn't know you were capable of. You are not stepping into your potential, you are stepping into the potential God planted inside you before you ever existed on this earth. Nothing about your future is accidental. Nothing about your purpose is small. Nothing about your destiny is ordinary. When God formed you, God infused you with greatness. When God shaped your spirit, God wove destiny into every fiber of your being. And now God is about to activate everything He invested in you, because the time has come for you to walk in the fullness of who you are. There is a reason your journey has been difficult. It has been training for what is coming. A life of great purpose requires preparation, and preparation requires pressure. You have been stretched spiritually because God needs you spiritually strong. You have been tested emotionally because God needs your heart purified. You have been challenged mentally because God is expanding your capacity to carry His wisdom. You have been isolated at times because God needed to detox your spirit from influences that would weaken your future. Not one moment of your struggle was wasted. Every tear watered the seed. Every challenge sharpened the skill. Every delay built endurance. Every heartbreak awakened the discernment. God has been building a version of you that can carry the next level without collapsing. And now that God has refined you, God is repositioning you. You are no longer standing where you used to be, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or even physically. God is shifting your environment to match the new version of you. Places that once felt comfortable now feel too small because you are outgrowing them. People who once understood you now feel disconnected because your spirit is elevating while theirs remains the same. Situations that once satisfied you now feel meaningless because God is expanding your appetite for purpose. You are not losing anything. God is removing what cannot remain in the next season. Every departure is divine. Every transition is intentional. Every separation is spiritual alignment. You see, when God is preparing to blow your mind, God begins to disrupt your patterns. You cannot walk into a new dimension with old habits. You cannot receive a new blessing with the same mindset. You cannot step into divine overflow while holding on to scarcity thinking. God is upgrading your internal system before upgrading your external circumstances. The transformation starts in your thinking long before it shows up in your life. God is renewing your mind, strengthening your focus, sharpening your intuition, deepening your faith, expanding your expectations, and increasing your spiritual intelligence. Your thoughts are shifting because God is upgrading your destiny. Your understanding is expanding because God is revealing what was hidden. Your spirit is becoming more sensitive because God is drawing you closer to divine instruction. God is about to blow your mind by giving you instructions that bypass your logic but lead to your breakthrough. You will begin to feel guided by impulses that come from a deeper place, intuition sharpened by divine influence. You will wake up with clarity you didn't have the night before. You will receive ideas that do not come from human reasoning. You will sense direction that does not come from human strategy. This is God depositing wisdom into your spirit. Wisdom that will unlock doors no human could open. You are not stepping into a season of guesswork. You are stepping into a season of divine guidance. God will guide your decisions, your movements, your connections, your actions, and your timing with supernatural precision. God is about to blow your mind by accelerating everything that once seemed stuck. There are blessings that were delayed for years that will suddenly arrive in moments. There are opportunities that were stagnant that will suddenly gain momentum. There are dreams that felt blocked that will suddenly be released. Delays do not cancel destiny, they position it. And now that the timing is right, God is about to redeem the years you thought were wasted by giving you sudden breakthroughs that compensate for everything you endured. And listen carefully. God is not only about to bless you, God is about to establish you. A blessing can fade, but establishment becomes permanent. God is about to root you in a stability you have never experienced before. Emotional stability, financial stability, spiritual stability, mental stability, stability in your identity, stability in your purpose, stability in your relationships, stability in your environment. You are entering a season where uncertainty will no longer define your life. God is planting you in a place where you will flourish, multiply, expand, and rise without interruption. God is about to blow your mind through divine connections, people who are assigned to your destiny, not your history. People who will support your purpose, not your weakness. People who will lift you, not drain you. People who will speak life into your calling, not fear into your vision. God is about to send the help that matches your destiny. These connections will not come from effort. They will come from divine timing. They will enter your life with purpose, clarity, alignment, and spiritual synergy. And just as God brings divine connections, God is also bringing divine closure. There are chapters in your life that must end before the new one can begin. God is closing doors that lead nowhere. God is ending cycles that have repeated for too long. God is removing burdens that have overstayed their welcome. God is breaking patterns that were designed to keep you small. Closure is not loss, it is liberation. God closes doors that would destroy you. God ends a relationship that would distract you. God removes opportunities that would weaken your purpose. Everything God shuts is protection. You are about to experience peace beyond understanding, not peace based on circumstances, but peace based on divine presence. The kind of a peace that steadies you even in uncertainty. The kind of a peace that quiets every fear. The kind of a peace that strengthens your mind. The kind of a peace that protects your spirit from anxiety and negativity. This peace is not fragile. It is fortified by God's presence, grounded in God's wisdom, anchored in God's guidance. God is about to blow your mind financially, not for vanity, but for purpose. God is preparing to increase your resources, expand your territory, and bless your hand so that your life becomes a channel of divine provision. You will have more than enough not to indulge in excess, but to live in purpose. God is positioning you for abundance so you can fulfill assignments that require strength, generosity, and influence. Your days of surviving are being replaced with days of thriving. Your days of scarcity are being replaced with the days of overflow. You are about to witness God orchestrate events that align perfectly for your good. Things that once seemed random will suddenly make sense. Moments that once caused confusion will suddenly reveal their purpose. Encounters that once felt insignificant will suddenly become keys to your breakthrough. Nothing in your journey was wasted. God uses experiences that confused you to prepare you for blessings that will astonish you. You will look back and say, now I understand why it happened the way it did. And the revelation alone will bring healing